Back to robots. I almost said Rugrats. God damn it.
Robotic Rugrats. Rudrats.
If I had my way, I'd be playing Resident Evil 2 right now. Because just like Vandalia is in a KH vibe, I'm in a Resident Evil vibe.
I'm in no particular vibe. You can argue that I am with Splatoon 2 because I've been playing that game for a while now, and pretty much exclusively, but it's only because I want to get good at the game.
And meanwhile, Brandon's in a severe, what the fuck? Oh, apparently we can enter that thing.
Oh, he's in a severe? What the fuck? Okay.
Or wait a sec, that's just the transport car. This fucking chaotic crap.
Back to this again, eh?
Ow!
Dead.
I think I broke a wrist spring.
You're dead?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did you already die?
Because I only have one hit point.
It wasn't even like fucking 10 seconds and you fucking died instantly.
Thank God there's like no punishment for death at the moment. Rodney would easily survive until dawn.
Why is that?
Because he doesn't want to fucking die for real. I gotta say, Sony's had a pretty good track record giving away good free games.
Actually, I think
What?
they're giving away MGS5 for free currently.
They are. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
frickin' Xbox is giving away that shitty game Gone Home.
People say it's surprising that they're giving MGS5 away, but the person that was reading the news about it and that was talking about it, he said that it's not exactly a big surprise that they're giving it for free because the game had sales for really low prices in the past.
Oh my fucking god, I went in a frickin' circle.
You went in a circle. Oh my god.
Yeah, but do you even know about Gone Home?
Nope.
Basically, it's a walking simulator. You're able to literally complete in under a minute.
The entire game?
The entire game. There's even a trophy for completing it in under a minute.
How the fuck can you complete it in less than a minute?
I think you have to complete the game once, and then you can complete, once you play New Game Plus, so to speak, you can complete it in under a minute.
What, you fucking kill yourself and you beat the game, you killed yourself. To kill yourself.
No, you have the key you need to get up to the attic. And once you're in the attic, because the whole thing about the game is that you think you're some girl who's coming home for the first time in years. You find out your parents are not home, and neither is your sister. And at first you think something bad happened, or so the game leads you to believe. No, what really happened is that your sister came out as a lesbian. She ran away from home to be with her lover.
Wow.
Which I think is, sure, call it empowerment if you'd like, but I think it's I think an action like that is cowardly. Because if you were really proud about being, gay or a lesbian or whatever, if you don't think your parents are going to approve, if you really think your parents love you, you get them to sit down, shut the fuck up, and you tell them, this is who I am, you're going to deal with it. If you really loved me as your son/daughter, you're going to accept this. And yet Gone Home saying, oh, your parents don't approve? Just run away from home. And the sad thing is, it won a lot of Game of the Year awards just for that frickin' ending. Anita was saying it was an amazing game.
What the hell?
And yet, many of the people who actually played it do not think it's worth it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Honestly, then again, some people have said there is some value in it. Like, for instance, if you actually took your time to explore the house, you actually do get a Half-Life style storytelling where you find out the dad is depressed because he had a failed attempted career as a writer. And the mom has her own problems as well. Like, reading about that stuff could actually be pretty interesting, but the whole frickin' lesbian running away from home coward kind of thing, that's what people got mad at.
Do you think it was missed potential?
Kind of, yeah, because walking simulators, they get a bad rep, but they do have the ability to tell visual storytelling like the Half-Life games. I would prefer playing a Half-Life style adventure game and not a walking simulator, but... And you know what the most insulting thing about Gone Home is?
What?
Its standard asking price is $20. For a game that's only like an hour if you take your time.
Wow.
Only because I was regularly taking PS Plus games before I elected to only take the games I knew I would play. Because I figure, I don't know why, Brandon told me, oh, just take them because they're free. I actually decided to stop, part of me ended up deciding to stop taking free games I knew I was never going to play. I mean, the entire point of PS Plus and Xbox Live is to get you to play games you would not have played otherwise. But still, I'm not the biggest fan of cheap-looking indie games. Like, those are games that are literally just going to sit in my download list and never get downloaded. So why add them to my library? Like, part of me is thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't download them. That way it will protest Sony to put a better selection of games. Then again, Sony's quality of games is typically much lower than Microsoft's because Sony has a lot more bullshit on their store.
Yeah?
Yeah, because the thing is, indie developers boycotted Microsoft because Microsoft actually tried to lessen their focus on indie games and more on big budget games. That's not to say they don't have a focus on indie games, because for a while Superhot was Xbox exclusive, and that new game Cuphead's also Xbox exclusive. Well, not counting the PC versions, obviously, but... And this is bullshit. Where is this fucking scrap?
So, would an indie game like Undertale be one of the games that you would not like for those reasons?
Possibly, because I'm not a big fan of how a lot of indie games like doing retro art. I mean, honestly, if that game was given away for free on PS Plus, I would think about downloading it, because I know it's one of those indie games that's definitely award-winning and all that. But, yeah, oftentimes, Sony just gives away indie games that are crap.
Well, I mean, I don't really have a problem with retro or 8-bit looking or pixel art. I mean, as long as the pixel art is good looking, then, you know, I'm fine with it. I don't really see much problem in it. I mean, the only way I could see it being a bad thing is that the developers are purposely making it where it's supposed to be retro, but they don't do it right. I don't know. It's kind of weird to explain, I guess. I guess think of Nintendo in where they've had multiple occurrences in this decade where they had references to, you know, their older systems, specifically NES, including Color Splash, where they had well, I don't know if it was a section, but there was a part of the game where there was a lot of 8-bit to it. I don't know if it's an Easter egg or if it's an actual part of the game you have to go through, but there is something like that. There is something like that in Color Splash. But something like Shovel Knight or, like I said, Undertale, I don't really see much of a problem with it.
I mean, Shovel Knight I thought was fine.
I mean, I don't even think I would consider Shovel Knight an indie title, though it might be.
I mean, no, it basically
I don't know.
is.
I don't feel like I would consider it an indie title, though. I mean, I never have from the start, because the quality was seriously that high for an indie title.
Well, yeah, I don't have a problem with all
production.
indie games, but still. The thing is, a lot of indie developers got mad and boycotted Microsoft for freaking not supporting indie games. But the thing is, Microsoft put their standards in place legitimately to have actual standards. Because you've seen Nintendo and Sony storefronts. Like, they just let indie games go on there almost unmediated. Like, Sony mediates things to an extent, but Nintendo, like, will just take whatever they can get.
Well, apparently, I've heard that, Mean Run, you know that game on the Wii U?
Oh my god, how do I get up there?
Supposedly that was taken down.
No, fucking god!
Too late. Delivered my
Holy hell, Snick.
The good people of Robot City won't stand for this. I'll be heading for the scrap heap for sure.
Snick got really pissed.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, he just get to try again with no consequences. Lovely. Motherfucker, get the fuck up.
Oh, goddamn.
Hey?
Snick, are you getting that pissed off?
Rodney? There's nothing right there.
Oh my god. Have you watched this movie?
Yeah, I have.
What was it like? Because I think I watched it, but don't really remember.
Yeah, it was basically like, oh, this guy here, Rodney, he wanted to become an inventor. So he comes to this robot city, as it's called, to explore. Like, he basically wants to meet his childhood idol, Big Weld, who was like a notable inventor. And he ends up getting kicked out when he tries to go in to meet Big Weld, and he finds out that Big Weld's not even in charge of the company anymore. And, oh, this is what the fuck we had to do, talking to them.
You've just got to help me. We were so proud.
So, yeah, basically, the new head of Big Weld Industries, a guy called Ratchet, wants to destroy all the old robots and basically bring in new designs.
My diaries.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we need to destroy all the copies.
But then Rodney ends up becoming like leading a vigilante group of sorts that offers to fix all the old
You have
robots.
to find all the stands and smash them before sales start.
Hmm.
Will you help me? Oh, thank you. Come back and see me.
Will you help me?
successfully
Will you
smash
help
them
me?
all.
I hear these words all the time at work, and you know what? It's actually very pleasant to help people out with issues that can actually be very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, not everyone knows how computers work, you know? In fact, I ended up becoming good friends with a professor who ended up, me and him ended up working on a big conference together for the school, and that all started when I had to help him figure out his DVD player. By the way, that DVD player actually broke.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just recently he tried getting it working. It doesn't want to take fucking discs anymore.
I can guess you're not going to be willing to try and fix it after what happened with the console.
I don't actually fix stuff. Like, I try to find out what the problems are, and then I have to contact IT. Like, I can fix stuff that doesn't involve actually taking stuff apart.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
Like,
would-
if it's a...
Oh, sorry.
like if there's a bad configuration, like for audio or something like that, like I can just rewire it.
Yeah.
Alright, well, oh my god, how many fucking newspapers?
I would like to be able to take stuff apart and try and fix them.
I mean, I don't trust myself with taking stuff apart. Oh my god, fucker. Where's the last stand, you fuck? Oh, why is it on the roof over there? Nope, 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 nope.
Goddamn Schnick.
Okay.
Rodney, I find myself in considerable debt to you once again. You're a
Oh,
credit
we
to
helped
yourself,
this guy
your
before?
parents, and Robot City. I can only hope that this goes.
They
some
keep
way
saying
to
Robot City, but the
repaying that
text
debt.
keeps saying The
Thank you.
City.
Nice subtitling.
He's like, I helped somebody. Who?
I sent her.
Oh my god.
Hey, Hotshot, I've seen your drive.
Oh, and this robot here
Get it?
is like a member of the
Race.
vigilante thing that later joins us. Wait, race?
You don't stand a chance. Let's go.
What? Race?
The fuck? Oh wait, is it on that fucking car thing? Oh no. Yeah. This is... Oh no.
What?
We're
Oh.
racing. What the fuck? Why'd she speed up like that? What the fuck? Oil hurt us?
Shifted into high.
That's your fucking blood, your life force.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Oh my god.
Why are you so mad?
Out!
Because he rolls over friggin' oil and it hurts him.
Oh.
My fault. Sorry.
And I think oil's like the fucking blood life of goddamn fucking robots, is it not?
Out of
I
control.
don't know.
And he keeps saying, out of control. We all know Shrek was better yelling that. Oh, look out of control. Ogre's coming through. No.
Turbo power.
Turbo power. I'm starting to hear more wacko from Animaniacs than I am freaking Rodney.
Wacko. Oh my god, dude.
Vandalia knows more about Animaniacs than I do. I tried watching the show on Netflix. There's some genuine Looney Tunes humor in there. I actually stopped watching because you're not going to believe this. In quick succession, I was watching episodes that mostly focused on musical numbers, and the musical numbers began to bore me.
So, You just selected the wrong show, or no, shows? No.
Wrong
you selected
episodes,
the wrong episodes. Yeah.
I guess.
You got lucky, that's all. Take this as a reward.
It's like, I get it. You're singing whimsical songs. I don't care.
Well,
And
what
I
do you-
probably
what do you
just
think
pissed
on-
off a lot of Animaniacs fans. What?
What do you think of musicals, actually?
I'm not the biggest fan of musicals, and that's probably part of it.
Do you hate musicals? Or do you not care?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say I completely hate musicals. It's just that I prefer stuff that's more serious storytelling.
Yeah, I personally hate musicals because I think they're stupid, generally speaking.
I mean, well, the thing is, the latest musical I had to watch was the live-action Beauty and the Beast.
The reason why I don't like musicals is mainly because of the fact that, you know, I guess I prefer actual storytelling and actual acting instead of, like, oh, we're acting. Oh, okay, now we're singing. Like, what the hell?
Just like Buddy the Elf. I'm singing. I'm in a store and I'm singing. I'm in a store and I'm singing. And then he gets yelled at.
Wow.
Swear to God, Elf is amazing. Oh my God. I don't know if I want to describe the only things I thought were cool about the live-action Beauty and the Beast, or if I want to describe a funny scene from Elf. Which one?
I don't know.
Because my ma came out of the live-action Beauty and the Beast saying, that was amazing. That was superior, meaning she liked it better than the animated one.
Wow.
I did not agree with that at all. There were only two things I thought were interesting changes from the animated one. They were very minor. One is that you actually get to see how Belle's mom died, or like it's how it's implied she died. She died in some sort of plague where you see a plague doctor at one point. And that reminded me a lot of Bloodborne. So I was like, oh, I got goosebumps from that.
Huh.
And now I'm trying to find a way fucking back to the goddamn racetrack shit. Because I think back in the... We need to go back to the train station to get the last two frickin' blueprints, but... Oh, and the other thing I liked in the live-action Beauty and the Beast is the fact that Gaston uses a flintlock pistol.
Wow.
That's the only other thing.
Huh.
Like, I guess, like, 1800s aesthetics. Because I don't know, when it comes to history, I kind of like... I kind of like seeing stuff from the 17 and 1800s. Like, I've been warming up to those eras more. Because originally, I did not like anything that wasn't modern day. But, anyways, as for Elf, so there's a scene later in the movie, spoilers if you haven't seen Elf, though Mario I don't think cares.
I'm not sure what
So there's a scene where Buddy the Elf's dad is trying to get a famous children's author to give ideas for his children's book publishing company.
Yeah.
Okay? The guy that comes is played by Peter Dinklage, who's most famous for playing Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones, He's a dwarf. All right, he has dwarfism.
Dwarfism?
Dwarfism is a body condition where you're short. Really short.
That's an actual condition?
It is an actual condition. It's not a disease. It's a developmental condition. I mean, here's the thing. Aside from being incredibly short, otherwise the body functions normally.
Well, wait, so how do you consider someone that has dwarfism?
When they look incredibly short, like when they have skimpy little arms and legs.
Oh.
Like, look up a photo of Peter Dinklage, and that's basically what the textbook definition of what a dwarf looks like. But Peter Dinklage is awesome, and this scene from Elf, like, exemplifies it. And, by the way, there's no fucking anyone to talk to, and that fucking pisses me off. But yeah, so Peter Dinklage comes in, he starts talking with Buddy's dad, and Buddy had just had his first successful date with, the woman he loves, and he barges into the meeting, and, he's like, Dad, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it.
Wow.
And then his dad's like, Buddy, can you save this for later? We're kind of an important meeting. He looks at Peter Dinklage. I didn't know you had elves working here. Because the thing is, Buddy was actually raised in Santa's workshop, and that's why he thinks everything Christmas is real. Because he's actually in a New York office where none of Santa's workshop stuff is there.
Yeah.
And then Peter Dinklage is like, yeah, you're hilarious. Can we continue on? Does Santa know you left the workshop?
Huh.
Did you have to use one of the reindeer to get here? And he's like, we're all laughing at how hilarious you are. And then, oh my god, you know what? I'm done looking for these blueprints. In the next video, we're gonna at this point, I've lost my patience. I need to look up a guide. I did not need a guide to beat this game, but you know what? If I don't look up a guide, we're gonna be here forever. But before I go, let me read Peter Dinklage's line that has everyone laughing. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so after getting fed up with Buddy's antics of accusing him as an elf... What the hell?
Sorry, what?
So... Buddy says this, did you have to borrow a reindeer to get down here? Hey, Jackweed, I get more action in a week than you've had in your entire life. I've got houses in LA, Paris, and Vail, and each one a 70-inch plasma screen. So I suggest you wipe that stupid smile off your face before I come over there and smack it off. You feeling strong, my friend? Call me Elf one more time. He's an angry elf. He slams his hands down, runs across the desk, and beats the shit out of him. My god. Alright, but I'm gonna look up the solution to this crap. See you in the next video.
Bye-bye.